kitchen. Thank you for joining me, and today's recipe is from my 4 Seasons Ninja Foodie cookbook, and in there you'll find the full list of ingredients. And if you need any of the equipment that I use during the recipe, then just go over to my website and it'll be linked on my accessories page for you. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. If you do, don't forget to hit that like button for me. And if you're new to Susannah's Kitchen, then subscribe to my channel for new weekly content. I'd love to see some of your creations, so don't forget to add them to my Facebook group and tag me in on my social media platforms. The links are all down below in my description. So I think we've got everything covered. Let's start cooking. So I'm making moussaka with lamb, aubergines and potatoes. It's gonna have such a rich, gorgeous sauce. So I've started off by getting my potatoes, and I'm using these as a peeled weight. So when you see that, you'll know the quantity, and I've cut them into slices just like this. So I'm just drying those off in a bit of kitchen towel because I've kind of done mine in stages. So I did actually soak them in a little bit of water. So I just want to dry them off now. Then I've got my aubergine. So again, I have sliced my aubergine, as you can see, into slices like this. Now I want to flavour these with some olive oil and some salt and pepper. So let's start by getting some olive oil in there. Just giving those little toss rounds. Now aubergines really do soak up the flavours that you add to them. So some black pepper over the top, and then some salt. Give that a little toss around. Now I'm going to be using the rack, and I'm going to be baking everything in one go. So with my rack, I'm going to lay these over the best I can and fit in as much as I can. Obviously there's not loads of room, and we might need to overlap some of it slightly, but we're going to kind of work with it. Once this is all layered up together, it is actually going to be cooked again, but you want the different components to be cooked before it all goes together. So again, another little toss around in the olive oil and the salt and pepper, and then lay these in. So I'm kind of building it up, trying to get as much in here as I can. Couple more slices left, and then we can move on to the potatoes. Now we've got the top section of our rack, and that just sits on top now. And then let's do the same with our potatoes, but I think we can probably get those all in at once. I've chosen to put the potatoes on top because anything that's on top cooks a bit quicker in the Ninja pot. So to me, it makes sense that the potatoes are going to take that a little bit longer. Being a root vegetable, they're that bit firmer, but we have sliced them so that they should all cook nicely. Okay, give those a toss around. So now my potato slices are all going to go on the top. I'm going to lay these out and cover the most area that I possibly can. And then if you have to lay a few pieces over the top, then do what you need to do. We are asking the Ninja Foodie to do quite a lot for us with this recipe, but we can make it work. So any excess oil and seasoning, I'm just going to dab that over. Great. Now they're going to go on to bake. Okay, so my potatoes and aubergine is all ready. Look at those, lovely. And now I don't worry about cleaning the pot. Just add in some spray oil. And then we want to be on sear and saute. And into there, I'm going to add my onion, and we just want to soften the onion down slightly. Into my onions, I'm also going to crush in my garlic. Okay, so I only cook my garlic just for a minute, and we're on level 4 currently on the sear and saute, and my onions are softening down nicely. So now I can add in my minced lamb, and now we just want to mash up the minced lamb as we go and just start to brown that off.
Now I'm going to cook this lamb and brown this off probably for around 10 minutes, I would say it will take. And then I can add in a little splash of red wine and just let that reduce down. Once we get to this stage, you can just drain some of that fat off of your lamb. Different ways that you can do that. You can use some kitchen towel just to soak up some of that oil, and you'll be surprised how much oil is in there. Or you can literally try and drain it fully. It's really up to you, but you don't really want that amount of oil left in this dish. Now in with my tomatoes. Doesn't really matter whether you use plum tomatoes or chopped tomatoes. And then I just rinse my tin out with the water that I'm using. Throw in a bay leaf, some cinnamon. We need to season this with salt and also pepper. It's starting to smell really good. So I'm just going to break up those tomatoes a little bit and give that a nice stir. Last thing I want is a handful of chopped mint. And those flavours are going to work so well together. Now I'm going to close the lid and I'm going to get it under pressure. So I just wanted a 5-minute natural release on my lamb. So what I've done now is just turned it from seal to vent, flicked that across, and now that steam is being let out of the pot. Shouldn't take very long and we should be able to open that out. Then all I need to do is just remove the lamb, set that aside, and then we're going to start making our sauce. So the pressure cook is finished and I've opened the lid and we've got a lovely, rich lamb ragu. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just set this to one side, remove the bay leaf, and then we can make our cheese sauce. So we're making this as you would a white sauce normally, and we've just got this on sear and saute. We're going to melt the butter, then add in the flour, then the milk, and then I'm using parmesan cheese to flavour this. Now I can add in the flour. And you just want to cook the flour off for about a minute. So keep using your silicone spatula to keep stirring it. Now I can add in the milk, and you just want to do a little bit at a time and just keep stirring. You will get some lumps, but the lumps will come out if you keep stirring it. You'll see that your sauce is starting to thicken as it's heating, and make sure you just keep stirring it, just to try and get rid of any little lumps in your sauce. I'm going to add in my parmesan, and that's going to thicken it even further, and that's going to melt into there. I've removed it from the heat because I don't want it to thicken any further. I'm just adding in some nutmeg, and then I'm also seasoning my sauce with salt and pepper. And now we've got a nice thick cheese sauce. Okay, so we've got everything cooked now and ready to go. I've transferred my cheese sauce into another bowl just so that it's going to cool down a little bit quicker for me, because I want to add an egg into it. So I'm not going to do that though until this has cooled down. But this is the final thing to go on the very top, so we can move that to one side for now. I've layered my potatoes into my dish, and I'm using the Ninja circular tin from the bakeware set that you see me use all the time. So now what I want to do is add some of my lamb. So we just do this in layers. Let's just scoop some out. This is really rich. It's got so much flavour. The smell of this is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we've got a nice layer over the bottom there. Then grab your aubergines and just layer those on top. Because they're a little bit curved actually, they work quite nicely. There you go. Doesn't matter if they overlap a bit. I mean, these have already been cooked, haven't they? There you go. We've got a nice layer there. And then we just repeat that. So you go again with your lamb and then your aubergine. And then we just want to finish off with that cheese sauce. Now that my cheese sauce has cooled, I'm going to crack in my egg. There you go. Make sure you don't get any shelling. And then just give that a stir through. Once that is really well combined, which I believe mine is now good, we can top the moussaka with it. So silky, look at that. I'm using a spatula just so I can get every bit of that sauce out. And then I just push that all the way to the edges so that it is fully covered on the top. And then we're going to bake this in the Ninja on the rack. So the whole process is done using the Ninja just in stages. So it does take a little bit of time, but your efforts will be rewarded in the flavour this has got. So on the rack, into the Ninja, I've sprinkled a little bit of parmesan that I just reserved from earlier. So just put a little bit of that on top so that goes really nice and golden. It's going to be bubbling. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Now, if you're cooking this straight away, obviously it's going to need less cook time than if you cooled this and then were to cook it. So bear in mind that my timings mean that I have just made it. Everything's gone in there warm and everything is cooked. And we're just literally finishing this off. Okay, so the bake time has finished. I covered mine with a bit of foil partway through cooking just so that it didn't overcolour on the top. But look how gorgeously golden and puffed up my lovely topping is. I really hope you like the look of this recipe. Don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new here. And if you wish to purchase any of my cookbooks with delicious recipes just like this one, please head over to my website www.susannaskitchen.uk.